Hello there, everybody. Tim the Melancholy here. We are back, and we are doing some more Slay the Princess. Um, so last time, um, we encountered a lot of things. We've encountered multiverse theory. We've encountered the true love ending. Um, I've already gone through all of the explore options because you don't need to listen to that like multiple times. I've clicked this option a few times. Um, so I've been defiant all other times. I think there's an option to just remain the silent protagonist the entire time, and I kind of want to see what happens if you do that. So I'm gonna try to do that. Like, I'm not gonna ask any
Your way up the
questions.
short path to the cabin. You'll find we're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, voice of the hero. Get into the cabin. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have asked all those questions if I wanted to be the silent protagonist.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I can skip all this.
The blade is your implement. You'll
Yep.
need it if you want to do this right.
So I can skip all this dialogue if I really want to, because I've heard it all. But we're gonna take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Alright.
Who's there?
Her dialogue changes every time. That's interesting.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
You down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to say anything this.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
This is really different than all the princesses before. Like, I understand on some level that, again, it's a multiverse theory sort of situation where these are just all different versions of, like a different choices affect the timeline. Okay. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Still your nerves and step forward. Alright.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right?
Makes
And if
sense.
that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Eh.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
True.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Explore. What if she's bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry. Can we just talk? No, I'm gonna. This is a quiet run, I think. Say the
You
princess.
lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way.
Oh, my
and
last
look down
run
to
was-
see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Jesus. My last run was like the true love ending.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
It's one of its.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Probably
It's
not.
like she's convinced she can't die.
I mean,
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
That's a great question. Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like he has some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. Well, let's go middle ground. Really wish that there was a.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing
They're
hidden
pretty small
there.
sleeves.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Oh,
I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
have a.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Her pulse. Or remove the blade, check her pulse. You're right. She's dead. Let's just get out of here. You're making this very hard to be a silent protagonist. Kind of want to remove the blade. You know, we're just gonna get out of here, and we'll just make this the run.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
We followed the rules. We've done the thing. Farewell, princess.
Your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Okay,
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
we have. World is really wobbly. Was it this wobbly before? Like, notice how the door shifts? Not like me doing this, but like, huh.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Fair enough.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
But
Only
there's
a
nothing.
world saved
Ugh.
from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
A little grim. Wait, is this my prize? This is great. Thank you so much. Wait, this is my prize? This sucks. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. You know what? I'm just gonna be obedient, I guess. This is a great prize.
I'm just happy that you're happy. I knew you'd like it. This is what's best for everyone.
Guess I'll just
Trust
hang
me.
out. Oh, trust you.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades.
Might just be seconds at
It's
this
all
point.
a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
I disagree.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
I mean, Explorer, didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are. I like it here.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
No, we're happy. I'm sure of it. Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Really?
We're happy.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
Alright.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time that is. Not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
Eh.
The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
This sounds kind of dreadful, actually. Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What? Hold on. Past the point of no return, there is no going back. Okay. Maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last... Oh!
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here.
Yeah?
Though you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah.
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
I mean, I'm...
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not?
Hey,
There's more
narrator...
for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Hey, narrator, I'm really sorry, but, like, this forever
Don't you
monotony
dare.
can't really be what makes you happy. Or, wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
True. Can't even, like, draw or anything.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
Maybe if we take the blade, we can use it to, like, carve some doodles. We can, like, I don't know, entertain ourselves for the next few forevers.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Sure.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
I will say, I noted last time that I had to look up, like, the voice actors. There's only 2 voice actors, which means all the men in this are,
The princess's
Oh.
body is dust and bones,
Wow.
though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
So they're all, like, John Sims, or Jonathan Sims, or whatever, however you're supposed to say his name.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
I could just, like, hang out.
The end. Nice knowing you.
You're just not happy no matter what I do, huh? Spectre. Alright.
You're on a path in the woods,
Yeah.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It always seems to be. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. But I killed myself. What am I doing here? See, you did okay.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
The cold, interesting. Sure.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
I guess. Or let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen, all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but
I think I've asked this question
I'll
before.
indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you
He's
killed
right.
yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
Hold on. So, like I said, there's a multiverse theory going on, and like the whole thing with the princess is that she is this weird amalgam thing. But I noticed the last time that, well, it actually directly points it out to you that you're getting bigger, and that's a thing that's happening to you. So I think that in the same way, we are also an amalgam. I think the narrator is actively trying to stop us from making other versions of ourselves combine into one entity. So I think it is actively like being an antagonist towards us in this case. He doesn't want us to die because that would stop the amalgam, or because that would like because our
I
dying.
believe your other question was something along the lines
Okay.
of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
But like, yeah, no, this makes so much sense actually, that he knows that we are both strange amalgams, and he's actively trying to pit one against the other, but he also doesn't want us to both reach our full potential for some reason.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
I like the voice of the Cold. The Cold is, I think we could be buddies.
Just stay focused, will you?
Let's talk about this
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
Okay. I've asked all these questions before, I think. If anything, the world ended after I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything was gone. Okay, so these are actually different questions. Okay.
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes. Maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end.
It doesn't matter, I'm gonna slay her anyways.
But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all. You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world.
Did last
I don't know
time.
what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise. Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of.
Yeah.
Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
Okay, last time around, I stabbed her in the heart and she died. How can someone like that in the world?
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
Okay, I actually kind of have like a theory because the game, when you get to the amalgam, it will like, what is it? It will shut the game down if you like make certain choices. Like it will just close the screen, which is a really fun thing that some games do. But I wonder if you like complete the amalgam, will it like uninstall the game? Is that the concept? Because that would be very funny. Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? I've asked this question before.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special.
We got voices in her head. Hey, you're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I tried to be uncomplicated, but I was forced to make other decisions.
This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking. So let's just do as he says. And maybe he'll stop bothering us.
Fair enough. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Want to know other explore options? Turn around and leave. This really could just be an option, but I've already done that, so.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes,
She will
yes.
lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We've had this
She won't
conversation.
be a problem. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Oh.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Another different
Feels
cabin.
like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Yeah, the cabin's also different again.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Didn't say anything about the mirror on the
That's
wall.
because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body so we can be done with this.
Actually, I care whether or not I'm being lied to. That's a new option. Ooh. I care. I want to look at myself. I want to see if I'm how handsome I am. You're right. It doesn't matter. You know what? I care if I'm
Do
being lied to.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Would you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
I can't help but wonder why the narrator can't see the mirror, because he can never see the mirror. It's strange. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Yeah. Then approach the mirror as ever.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago,
It was.
and now it's gone.
Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
I don't know if I like the cold anymore. Alright, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Through the basement. Alright, how is this basement gonna look different?
The
It's
door to
different.
The basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here, naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Alright, let's see it.
As you descend
she
the final
dead.
step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Didn't expect her to actually be dead still.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you.
Weird.
Before you have a chance
Oh,
to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
that's a problem. Why do you
Two
kill a
deep-set
ghost?
eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Oh no.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Shut up, hero.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Possess us? Throw things at us? I don't know.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller.
Hi.
I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Why are you still shackled?
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit,
Ah.
gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
This is such an interesting way to like do a visual novel, by the way, because like these are clearly been like drawn in a sketchbook sort of aesthetic, and it's really nice. I don't know, I like it.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I don't think we could. She's incorporeal. That's how it works. She's a ghost. Slay the princess.
With a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade.
I should probably be saving.
It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Fascinating. Really cool aesthetic. I like it. Great art.
You're adorable when you're confused.
No, this was the last run. You can't be flirting with me.
I didn't say you could touch me.
Fair enough.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
That's a great question. If I knew... Okay, if I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time too. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? What do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas, thoughts. Like the princess heart. Fine. If I can't hurt you, then there really isn't anything for me to do here. Guess I'll get going. Leave her in the basement. Oh, I want to do all these options. Okay, I'm gonna ask all the questions.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance. We all make mistakes.
Sure. I did too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist,
Oh.
a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
Hmm.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Mood.
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here.
Hmm.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Now,
After all, you owe me.
I don't know if I do.
Absolutely not.
I kind of agree.
Is she asking if she can possess us?
I'm good.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Hmm.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Wait, that's actually really interesting. I kind of want to find that out.
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Great.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Let me finish asking questions, yeah? What if I say no?
Then I won't hitch a ride.
You won't hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't hitch a ride. Great
I'm
question.
sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't, but
Oh shit.
it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
Not really.
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
It sure is.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilt.
Eh.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
Unless she can control my body.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
This would just be Hold on, I'm gonna ask the other questions. If I let you in, do I still get to be in control?
Sure. Why not?
Alright.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her. Do you think she has good intentions for her murderer's body? Of course she doesn't.
Yeah, it's true. This would just be temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin?
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
Hmm.
Do you hear the way she said that?
Yeah.
She knows more than she's letting on. Don't let her fool you into doing something you'll regret.
I already regret all this. Okay. Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happened after you leave this place. I was told you in the world. Sounds great. Do it. Let the princess possess you. The answer is no. Return. I need to think on this. What? Return.
Take your time.
Sure.
I know it's a lot to think about, but I'm very good at waiting.
Fair enough. See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about the woods. This already happened. We killed her.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish.
Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost.
True.
You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you?
Yes, we did!
And then what?
Yeah,
Then you'll have saved the world.
I did, though.
I think he's
it's-
asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option.
What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that.
I kind of agree with that.
I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
Hmm.
What an interesting choice of emphasis.
I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? Fair enough.
I don't feel very bad, but I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me.
I should have double tapped.
Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
Yeah, you don't seem to.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are?
Hmm.
Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead. Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
Ah.
See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to.
I mean, but she's standing here being a ghost in front of us. Your body's right there, though. Your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
I mean,
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
hold on. I'm gonna save, because, the game has a real problem of interrupting me when I'm asking questions. Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me.
I mean, I think that could both be true.
All I know is there's a hole in my chest. And not the big obvious one that you put there. Something older and deeper.
Fascinating.
A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. True.
Well, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
You know what? That knife could have been for anything.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
She's making points. I kind of have to agree with her. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time.
So, that's where the hostility comes from. I don't know where you got that idea.
Narrator. Well, or were you going to end the world? Would you end the world if you could? If it's a yes or no question, do you want to end the world?
I already gave you my answer. All I want to do is leave. All I want to do is stop feeling trapped. I couldn't give a damn about the world. I can't even remember what it's like.
I mean,
I think that's all the answer we're gonna get out of her.
I disagree. I got another question.
Well, killer, What does it mean for something to end anyway? You ended me, but I'm still right here in front of you, aren't I?
Oh,
You apparently ended, too. Yet here you are, and you don't even look any different.
After seeing what you've seen, how can you be sure anything ends?
she's also got a point, in a
See
way.
her point? Everything here is so impermanent.
Oh, shit! Right click apparently does that. Hold on. I see what she means. Everything here is so impermanent. Always shifting. The end of one thing leads to the start of another. Okay. Things end. Things have to end. This sentence just ended. Jesus Christ, it's semantic bullshit.
I'm floating right in front of you. Still here despite your best efforts. You can't pretend that doesn't mess with the whole concept of ending.
Leave it there. Okay. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What could you even do to hurt me?
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost. Ghosts can't hurt us.
I think notoriously that's not true as far as mythology goes.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out.
I think that's presumptuous.
Who's to say, really?
Here's the thing. She can make physical contact with my body, but she's also incorporeal, so in theory she could go through my body, which means that she could make physical contact with something inside my body.
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
It's like, what is it? Shadowcat, who can literally, like, just stick her hand in somebody's brain and incorporeal herself, and she loses a hand in the process, but that person dies. Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts?
She might be making it hard for us to kill her body, but those bones look very, very real. Maybe breaking them breaks her.
Or maybe burying them would put her to rest.
Don't take any piece of her outside of this cabin. Maybe you should stop looking for loopholes and try harder to actually slay her.
I mean, salting and burning the bones, that's like a whole thing, isn't that
But we are trying.
true? What if I bury your bones outside? Let's say this feels important. Okay, I'll give it... Okay. If you bury your bones outside, okay, I've given it enough thought. Let's get you out of here. Okay, I've given it enough thoughts. The answer is no, I can't let you out. I won't let you possess me. Smash her bones! Slay the princess harder. You know what? I'm gonna explore one more time.
Those are just bones. They aren't me. Bury them, destroy them, whatever. That dusty pile of death is just a reminder of what you've done. It's not a fix for anything.
I feel like there's a lot of endings in this one spot. Yeah, save over that. I might be able to, like, do all of these, and maybe I will. I have noticed that the game will stop you from, like, trying to go back from certain spaces in, like, saves. So, I couldn't redo the True Love ending, like, on my own time. So, I think I have to do that later, maybe? But I can totally get the achievements later, so... let the princess possess you. You know, I'm gonna smash her bones. Let's do it. Because, like, slaying her even harder doesn't seem like that would achieve anything. Smash bones.
You push through the princess and rush the pile of bones on the floor, swinging your fist down and smashing through what remains of her ribcage. The ancient bones splinter, then crumble, reduced to dust almost instantly.
Even after what I've said, you still gave it your all. Such a disappointing choice. I don't think I like the person behind those eyes.
Mhm.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here.
You said that
Together.
you said you didn't care what I did to your bones, though.
All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home.
Oh, is she crying? Fuck.
Wherever home is.
Hmm.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
Wrath. Okay.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
Ah, fuck.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Oh.
Yes? Nothing happens.
Oh.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
Well, she does make us cold,
And
so.
yet it didn't. We're fine.
Aw. Did you miss? I'm not afraid of you. Stare at her in silence. I want to ask if she missed.
No.
No?
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
Oh.
The horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Oh.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Oh. Hey, there you go. Die! Slay the Die! That would be very funny. Let's slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late.
Heart
In her
ripper.
hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
Interesting.
Did we get her?
Doubtful.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
Wait, do I get another chapter out of this?
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark. And you die.
I could. What? The Wraith?
You're on a path in the wood.
Uh,
And here we go again.
what?
Off to slay her.
This is a different wood.
The deck's stacked, isn't it?
What?
We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Do I get another voice?
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
This is actually really interesting.
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
How many voices am I gonna get?
It's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
True.
Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
What?
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
She slayed me.
Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
It's true.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
My happy ending was forever.
The ending
tedium.
was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Were you happy?
I mean,
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful.
It was
boring.
It was boring. I will
It
concede.
was bullshit. So you killed yourself? Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real.
See, I feel like this is it's trying to like make the D&D principle of just like why you should care about the world, which I appreciate. I really do.
Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
Well, I did get the good
All
ending,
this
but
standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
no, this is a killing run. And why should I help you? All you're going to do is lock us away forever again. Are you the same Nara we met on the other time loops? Are you you were quick to accept that we've been here before?
If
Yeah,
I had to make a
great
wager,
question.
I'd say yes and no. That's
Hmm.
a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
Yeah, multiverse theory.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
What?
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
What? Why are we talking about killing the narrator? What the narrator do, really? Why should I help?
Tell
Okay.
you what? I won't do that. I promise. Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything.
It totally
I mean,
does.
he did promise.
Shut up, hero.
You believed him.
I'm gonna turn my volume up a little. It's a little low for me. There we go. We've killed her and been killed by her. Neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
Then she finds a way out on her own.
Uh,
Ugh, of course she does.
So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out.
Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right?
no, I know what happens if that happens.
No, it's strictly worse.
Ow.
But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless?
She ends the
Because
world.
it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
I mean, am I gonna get like a fourth chapter where I get the coward in my head next?
Only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong. More rules, more rhetoric. Since when is there a wrong way to slay her? I'm sick of it. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
I wonder if there's a way to get all the voices. That'd be very funny. Like if I just turn around, can I get the contrarian also? Like, cause like you could just try to like dodge, duck, and weave, and like, oh, that would be really interesting if you can get like 4 endings. Hold on, let's.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
It's true.
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
I disagree.
How convenient. Everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite. On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
How would we do that? Okay, hold on. I want to see if I can force another ending by turning around and leaving. I want to see if that's even possible, because we've already got this ending, technically.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Fuck. Alright. Fine. That would have been really funny. I would have liked to have seen the Contrarian join this terrible party.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free.
Yeah.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
Hey.
Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Okay, enter the cabin. What does this look like?
The interior
Ooh.
of the cabin is long and dark.
Oh.
A single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
There's just the mirror.
The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
I guess this is the ending. Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway, and that's... Right now, we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
Maybe our dagger's in the basement
You
also.
can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here?
That is a great question.
Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Somebody has to be in charge of all that. Like, I know the princess technically isn't in charge, but whatever, approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others.
Am I technically is like the player technically the one calling the shots in this situation?
I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
Alright.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Here we go. You reach your arm forward
Ooh.
into the pitch black of the
Oh.
opening.
I don't like that.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
Okay.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Oh boy.
Shit. Where is she?
In front of us, behind
You
us.
feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts.
Oh god.
Your bones snap.
Oh gosh.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them.
Oh good.
You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
I like your new crown. You got a real lich thing going on. I approve. Can I have my bird leg back?
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Ha ha ha!
I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse.
Yeah, we're all having a bad time here, sister.
Well, maybe a lot worse.
Fuck you, even if I die, I'll just come back.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
You know what? Fuck you.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
I disagree.
Do we even have a choice?
Yeah, we die.
Always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
I thought you couldn't possess me on your own. I thought you needed to agree to it.
That was then. This is now.
Oh, I'm gonna just save right quick. Yeah. Look, we're even now. I killed you, and then you killed me. Water under the bridge. Yeah, that's. I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. Oh God.
And you think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now.
Oh, the music's really good.
On in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is clear behind us.
How did I not get any more questions? Nope.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her
Ugh.
proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling,
Oh.
moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. You sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her?
Yes, I'd
Not
take
that I
it.
even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
I didn't say that.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us?
It-
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing.
This is bad.
Feel Wrong.
Can she hear the narrator now?
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ooh. Ooh.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know.
Yeah? Oh, she can't hear us?
Help either of them. Flip the table.
I disagree.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss. Your body,
Ooh.
still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
I think you're just happy to feel something. Leave the cabin, throw yourself into the abyss. This kills the princess! To some extent.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
He says that this won't help either of them, but this, in theory, kills the princess.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
Fair.
Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
I'm fine with losing.
You throw everything you have
Yeah,
against
it's just
that
this
match
three.
for one brief moment
Against you.
to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Fuck yeah.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
Look, it's nothing against...
What an end. But at least it's ours.
Eh?
An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it.
Look, if I'm not destroying the world, then I'm saving it, so shut the fuck up.
What happens now? But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh, and why is that?
Did the,
He's gone.
did the narrator
But-
bail? Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel as something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for short moments. Oh, I see. Goodbye, Lady Lich. It was very nice to see you. I've collected another piece. But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but not for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. I'll just comfort you. It's okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Oh, the music.
Trying to do something to us. I can feel it. You don't need to comfort them.
Not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. I'm going, I'll comfort.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. So, this is all going to work out?
In a way, I haven't seen you before, cheater. I'm sorry.
Whatever makes you happy.
Or the cold, really. You kind of showed up late to the party, cheater, but I liked you. You're cool. Alright, how have I changed? You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They've gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ooh. You've withered. Decay, you've withered. Ooh. That's interesting. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Lead to the cabin. Oh. Yeah, okay. That's funny from a distance, honestly. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A
Right?
mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Fascinating. This is a very cool aesthetic. I like this.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions can't exist. Shut up. Alright.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Fair enough.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what to say about, or what that says about me. No, not really. It seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or the other. I don't want it. I want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it. I think I hate you. No, I think I like you. I think that you're a creepy bitch, but like, I'm about it for some reason. I think I'm just gay.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Fascinating. I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, do you know what happened to the world the world we leave behind.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you want when we're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Interesting.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
What the hell does that mean? You still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
That's very kind of you. So you don't have any preference on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Excellent. You know, in the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
So I haven't done this yet. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Understandable. Alright, I'm ready to go back. Thank you, Lich.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. The hero and the princess. Seething with vessel. Bring
You're
her.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah. Alright, well, that was an interesting run. I didn't even know it could have 3 chapters. But thank you all for watching. This has been very fun. I have no idea how many endings there are for this game, but it looks like there's a lot. So I might be at this for a while. It might be complicated after a while to get all the endings, but I really would like to. For the time being, thank you all for watching, though. I hope you all have a great night. It's 3 a.m. I should probably go to bed. So, bye-bye for now.